the edge of cooking, everyone. I'm your host, Swift Edge, and today, welcome to Cucina Stellata starred Cuisine. This is a game set in 19th century Romagna, Italy, I think? I've double-checked the itch.io page. I'll put in editing if that's correct. But this is gastronomy meets horror. This looks like it's all about cooking and terror all in one. This game promises a thick, terrifying, creepy atmosphere. Let's go ahead and see how thick it actually is. Let's get started and see what's so terrifying in the 19th century. Romagna, no, never mind, I don't need to do it in editing. Got it right there. Somewhere in the countryside of Romagna, Italy. Someone was cutting up dead bodies and serving them as burgers. God, I really hope I didn't just spoil the entire game. I really hope that's not what this is. I'm sorry, so a comet hit the Earth? What was that? Huh? I love this pixely style right here. This is fantastic. Great harm comes to those who let themselves be conquered by wine. Little by little, they grow nauseated by food and find nourishment almost entirely in drink. Thus, they degrade themselves in the eyes of the world, becoming ridiculous, dangerous, and beastly. Well, dang, call me out for food and drink, why don't you? Oh, we don't even get to see the comet? We don't get to see what happened? Oh my god, did something from another world or out in space crash land? Am I cutting up aliens? Am I cutting up alien plant life? I don't know how to feel about this right now. Okay. Oh, it's... That's cool. Add oil to the pan. Well... Is that not the oil I gotta grab? Okay, there we go. I hate that. I hate that it took me so long to find what I needed. Chop the onion, carrot, and celery and add them to the pan. Oh, chop it up, chop it up, chop it. Yeah! Oh, I'm just doing it all together? Oh, I'll button mash the crap out of this right here. Yeah. Oh, is this gonna make me hungry? I already ate lunch. Don't make me hungry again. Don't do this to me. Is that chicken? Or is that pork? All I know is you got cut into little strips. Pour the red wine into the pan. I thought you were oil. I apologize. I feel like that's a crime. Whatever that is, I want it. Grab the tomato sauce from the shelf. Yeah, that's not the shelf. This is where the shelf should be. Yeah. Hey. That looks pretty good. Place the tortellini in the pot. Where's the tortellini? Come here. Oh my god, I'm gonna get... What was that? What made noise? They say that curiosity is a dangerous trap, leading man into abysses from which he can never return. It is the same hypocritical world, which claims not to care about food, that makes no civil or religious celebration without eventually spreading the tablecloth and trying to eat as heartily as possible. Therefore, I say, always choose for your raw materials the finest goods, for these will make an impression. And if this precious fruit of who knows where origin is as rare as I believe, it must cost as much or even more than truffles. But caution must be exercised with hope and fervor, for hidden prayers already hold future sorrow. I am repulsed by witnessing, as they say, the desecration of God's grace, and yet indulgence and appetite are too great. Yo, Socrates, calm the fudge down! It's just cooking! Although I can't say that because I could write a poem about some food if I really wanted to. Time to calm the fudge down. That sounded crunchy! I don't think that was cooked properly if there was some crunch in there, my guy. Did I just take a bite and get high? What happened here? I mean, you just said from God knows where origin. So we're either eating an alien or alien plants. Meals like these make me feel like a neophyte in the kitchen and in the art of tasting. Not only the quality, but the sheer delight leaves me astonished and my dreams fulfilled. Its sauce blends with so many dishes, keeping such excellent company that's worth the effort to satisfy every curiosity and rekindle the fire in the stoves, to get back to work and plunge like a deep-sea diver in search of the goodness and beauty I adore. I often say that one should only return to food when the stomach persistently cries out for help, yet I inherited almost unbridled erotic instincts from nature, at times nearly ruining threatening my health and everything else. Moreover, if man neither craved food nor experienced sexual stimulation, alright, relax, the human race would soon perish, so here I am again. Casseroles, pots, and lids, open your legs, aromas of the undergrowth, sautés and braids of garlic, for I have returned amongst you. You're getting turned on by food, man. I think you need to chill. Maybe go outside, touch some of the grass that was out there, and you'll be fine. Grab the onion, carrot, and celery from the shelf and add them to the pot. Okay. Wait, we're cooking again? Add the oil to the pan. What are we all doing here? How many different meals are we gonna do? Okay, so we're boiling the veggies, and now we're going to chop more and cook them up. I mean, sure, why not? And you could probably do multiple different recipes with whatever it is we're cooking. So we pretty much are cooking up bodies. So I was right about that at the beginning of the game. Hate that. But it's not from our world. Hate it even more. Go to the cellar, grab the cleaver, and cut the meat. Oh, I have a bad feeling. I have a very bad feeling. I like that we don't get this fluid motion that every step...
Yeah, boy.
You don't fully know. It's clunky. It's weird, but I'm here for it. Where's the soap? Boy. I'm so sorry that this is what's become of you. Well, at least that hand's free. I'm so sorry. This is just basically cannibalism, but for a whole different world. That's effed up. Am I a single person? Am I married? Yeah, I think there's a reason why I saw the things I did after eating that freaking dish. I'm no longer hungry. I'm fully fine with no food. Ever. Pour the tomato sauce into the pan. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, my stomach kind of turning a little bit. I don't like the look of that. I don't want to write in the notebook. I'm afraid of what you're going to write because you started getting horny from food. I quiver in anticipation and can barely restrain my restless, twitching finger that ceaselessly torments my beard. As if trying to... Alright, now you're just giving men with beard a bad name. Reputation. Stop that. As if trying to spread the remnants of a flavor that once passed through it. It is neither sweet nor bitter nor sour nor salty. Perhaps it is even a flavor... Not really. It isn't even a flavor, not really. It's a sensation, an enchanting shiver that sneaks into the mouth and throat, something slimy and undefinable that leaves behind a brutal echo and aftertaste that never fades. There's no way to describe it, for no words exist to define it. It's gross! I found the word to define it. Nasty. Freaking nasty. That's what that is. I don't want to eat it.
Stop it. Get some help.
That crunch means stop. That crunch means don't eat it. You know, whatever happens to your stomach, intestines, and everything else in your entire body, you did this to yourself. If you're gonna have really colorful poops later, that's all I'm gonna say. It is certainly a flavor, but not one that human taste has ever experienced before, because it's not human. Nor could it ever hope to savor, a shadow that does not exist on this world's taste buds, and that seems to feed alternately and contrary. Why could I not speak? On something within me. Even every other ingredient appears disease, contaminated by its proximity, producing twisted fruits with a taste so warped that no one would dare try them, except those who, unbound by the dogmas and chains imposed by traditional cuisine, claim for themselves a flavor that is not of this world. It is like a painter's discovery of a new color or a chilling nuance, one that seems as though it had always been available, ignored in a remote corner of our darkened iris, atrophied, unaccustomed to surprise and unprepared for shock. You, my friend, are effed up. That's all I'm gonna say. If you are feeling like the other parts of your dish are contaminated and diseased and not tasting right, stop eating. That's the type of food that you send back to the kitchen and go, it's not cooked right. That's effed. Like, why? Also, why do you keep on eating, my guy? I think you need to give your stomach a break. Give your mouth a break. Like, give it a rest. I don't want to cut up this... This alien's innocent. All he did was crash land here, and now he's getting tortured and killed for food. This poor creature is bleeding out on my table. Oh, you're 100% dead. I diced. I don't know if I would say a full dissection, but I grab parts of you. Listen to those wallows and cries of pain. Whatever is gonna happen to us, we deserve. Ooh. Won't lie, some of the animations though are pretty great in this. That I can't deny. However, if an alien appears in my window right there to come rescue their friends, I'm not gonna be scared. I'll be like, you know what? I did it to myself. I don't want to go back to the cellar. I feel like that alien's probably like, is he eating me? What is he doing? Oh yeah, no, he's dead. Oh, he's dead. Oh, that's gonna be some rotted meat now. That is, that poor thing. Well, humanity does what humanity does. Kills things that it does not understand. Oh, I guess we still do have more broth. I don't want to write a notebook anymore. I'm terrified of what this person has to say. Once it was said that pottage was man's fodder, but this one seems more like the fare of angels and devils and ogres and Mazapagul, Magalasi and Marmakul, spirits and essences of myth. I feel my stomach gnashing its teeth, eagerly preparing for a bestial feast. I listen to the ancestral call of hunger and distinguish every word it utters. Now the palate, now the colon, now even the bile itself with its acidic tides, and still the shrieking taste buds, singing their clear, piercing notes. As the pleasure unfolds, alas, a vortex rises from the depths of my innards, a force so impetuous, a spasmodic outburst that fills me with understanding and compassion for all those wild, primitive beasts, ruled by passion and the violence of flesh. My guy, you are eating disgusting, horrifying things that you should not. You should not be eating this. You're gonna start seeing and experiencing some very strange stuff. And like I said, you did it to yourself. How much bread do I need? That was way more. Okay. Ugh. I don't want to plate this. I'm afraid of this. Every crunch is just... Ugh. I don't like it. How many more dishes are we gonna make? Because we made... What, the alien meat? Like 3? Made the toast. Well, made the tortellini. And made the other thing. So this is our third dish, actually. My word, certain laws lie hidden within the nature of taste, such that I could never have imagined. I feel every fiber of my body twisting and writhing, seized by a new sensation with every bite, for this flesh does not belong to the earth, nor does this flavor conform to the human order. After a single meager taste, such is its power that all other food loses its usual virtues. Wine turns to water, bread crumbles into ash, and even the air seems laden with an imperceptible scent. Nothing washes away this shadow upon my tongue, as if my very body were learning a new way to perceive the world, a way both wrong and forbidden. And yet what is most terrifying in the heart of this damp night, with my throat parched and my stomach emptying so swiftly, is that something inside me still longs for that flavor. So emptying swiftly. So like I said, you're probably having the wildest poops, as you should, for eating this. Your body's not handling this. Like, this is honestly just a cook trying to get flavor. Oh, I think time is definitely passing. Oh no. Time is definitely passing for this thing really fast. Oh, God. Not the brain. Not the brain. Not the brain. Oh, it's the brain. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. Someone stop me, please. Someone stop me. Someone should stop me. Someone should really stop this. I understand the wanting for new flavors, new dishes, creativity, and all of that. This is a lot. What misfortune, what ill-fated news, O wretched swamp, O foul quagmire, O unholy land that has sheltered me since I was a child. Have you no pity for your own children? You let no food stay wholesome for long, and this one amongst all, so sweet and precious, you can barely stand abundance. A curse upon you. I think you're gonna die of food poisoning. We didn't even close the door. Well, I mean, he's also dead, so that one's kind of on us. Oh, God. The eyes are going to open, aren't they, at some point? Because this is also a horror game. The only atmosphere in here, really, is just disgusting. 100% just disgusting. This is gross. But this is an interesting horror game. I will give it that much. Oh, no, wait. We're going to add it to the bowl. You're not even washing your dishes, dude. I don't teach this in culinary school. Dust the meat with flour. This is a whole different meatball that I don't think anyone's gonna want. Oh, that's right. That is a. Crap, the word was right there. You know what? Leave me alone. I don't think you're gonna want to eat that. I'm totally expecting the alien to be put back together, or we become the alien. We're gonna District 9 this, aren't we? I cannot but entrust myself to fate. May this change in appearance in these vapors, despite the stench. We are changing, aren't we? Despite the stench, enhance the flavor as they do for grappas, seasoned cheeses, and cured meats. For I well know that spoiled foods at times hold unexpected effects. That's how we have blue cheese dressings and a lot of other stuff that comes from blue cheese. We're literally just eating moldy cheese. That's all that is, really. Don't say more. I don't want to know more. I feel like you're gonna get abducted because you look and are going to smell and almost pretty much be an alien, and they're just gonna take you going like, oh, you're one of us. This time the tasting was like a walk through the height of summer, a murky tangled path through a flowering garden where the way was pointed in color and breathed fragrances like a dream. In that vast and luminous expanse, it seems as if the entire course of my life flowed before me. The path opened beneath an arch of dentate ivy. I made my way down a gorge through patches of light and shadow, stepping where the branches parted onto pools of golden mucosa. And beneath the trees on my left, indistinct blankets of pharyngeal primroses stretched out like a carpet. The air seemed to lay soft kisses upon my skin. From the deep belly of the wood came the cooing of wild doves, mingled with the warm gastric gurgling of a welcoming brook. The ground there was so overlain with primroses that avoiding them was impossible, lost as they were in that digestive churn. The sweetness of the air and the green of the fronds dripping with enzymatic liquors almost filled me with reverence. At last, I emerged from that garden through an orifice of hedges and brambles, sweaty and disheveled, like a man freshly torn from his mother's womb. I think you're gonna die of food poisoning, or something real bad's about to happen to you. I'm definitely voting food poisoning. Or dysentery. You know, one or the other. It is now bile. It has completely faded away to dust. Are we going to clean that dusting off? Starting to get scared. Oh, come on. I know on the itch.io page it says that it's mainly focusing on atmosphere and not a lot of jump scares and not a lot of chases. But I'm still expecting one. In the end, it has left me alone, yet a new energy surges within me, flowing from top to bottom, carried like a bolus deep into my most hidden bowels. I myself, it seems, am changed. It is the simplest explanation, and yet the wretchedest one. Thus, why shouldn't I have become part of this splendid essence? You're going to cut pieces of your body off and eat yourself, aren't you? That's just wrong. A link in a metabolic chain that always finds its final rest in the vilest of excretions. Or are we going to take a poop and then cook that up? Oh my god, we're going to eat our own excrement? Is that what's about to happen here? I'd rather you eat a finger. I would rather you eat a finger. Oh god. I could very well throw up. I literally feel the tickle at the back of my throat to vomit right now. This is disgusting. This is definitely terrifying. And a whole other... Woo! Oh! This is wrong. I've never wanted a horror game to end so badly before. Oh boy. Thank God this is all pixelated. I'm glad the alien's dead. Doesn't have to witness this. I wish I was, so I didn't have to witness this. Just kidding. I just wish this was... Can you pour bleach directly onto the brain to forget a memory? Because that's what I'd love to do right now. Look at the different coloring. Like, this is just showing how messed up we are. We are so far gone. There's nothing memorable about this. What a catastrophe. A sharp biting taste, filthy as a guttered rag. A faded memory of its once pristine purity. Perhaps too diluted, the spirit of tastiness and delight has scattered along the way. Perhaps its graces and virtues have surrendered to the stomach, and from there to the flesh entirely. Nothing remains for me now but to surrender to one last attempt. What the fudge? Where's the meat? I would have rather you cut your finger to start with, to be honest. That's not a finger. That is a whole arm that we just cut. Man, even Hannibal Lecter would be like, I'm out. I'm done. Yeah, that much meat from my arm. Okay. Sure. I notice with a certain astonishment a twitch in my lashes and tears that blur my vision, and yet by some cruel contradiction my eyes burn like flames on dry stubble scorched by their own dryness, like earth cracked by drought, the very drought of the soul which has already drained every last tear before it can fall. And thus it happens that, like who gazes too long upon the high sun, finding no haven in the shadow of night, I feel myself consumed by fire, without a single tear to quench the blaze. This is just wrong. This is just so wrong. Oh. We've committed the most heinous and terrible sin. We've partaken of not only poop, but ourselves. It's not the same. I feel my vigor leaving me, yet I still breathe in the glory of the tasting. Little time remains and I must make the most of it, so that my final work may take shape. God, spirit, or devil, whoever you are, grant me one last fateful taste. Grant me but a thread of oil over this tepid pottage. My very life. Oh, what is this? Oh, this is not good. You're balling a little too close to the sun here. Oh boy. Oh, it's there. Hey, bud. How you doing? like cosmic horror stuff, and I'm here for it. Except for a particular part. That I could have done without. Look at that. The house is left and rotted, crumbled, and broken and gone. That was wild. That, I was not expecting that. That was Cucina Stellata, starred Cuisine. That was, if you want to go check it out for yourself, get the full experience, link in the description below to go and check it out. That was like no other horror game I've ever played before. That was wild. That was something. If you enjoyed this as much as I did, because despite all the questionable stuff that made me like, still a pretty good horror game. It evokes emotion out of you. It evokes some feelings out of you. So therefore, it works. But yes, if you enjoyed this, make sure to smash that like button. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought about this game. And if there's any games you'd like to see me play, feature videos, or series, leave a suggestion right down below. Take them under consideration. And if you're new around here and you've been enjoying what you're seeing, why not click that subscribe button and click that bell to get notified of the next video. I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.